She thought her morning was just another copy of yesterday. The same cafe, the same streets, the same routine. But what if I told you? Life doesn't always repeat itself. What if sometimes without warning, you cross into a version of reality that isn't the same one you left behind? At first, you don't notice. You think it's just a coincidence. But then, the details begin to whisper. The barista doesn't recognize you. A building looks slightly taller. A street light seems out of place. And that's when the realization hits. Something has shifted. Today, I want to take you on a journey, not of science fiction, but of neuroscience, psychology, and coaching wisdom, to help you recognize when you've already shifted into a new timeline of your life. Imagine this. You step into your favorite cafe, expecting the usual smile, the same warm greeting, but this time, it's gone. The barista who always remembered your order looks at you like a stranger. You shake it off. Maybe they're just tired, right? But then you notice the walls are painted a slightly different shade. The playlist feels unfamiliar. Even the chair you always sit in feels harder than before. It's easy to dismiss these details. But in coaching, we call them entry points into new reality fields. Your subconscious catches it first, like radar picking up signals before your conscious mind realizes. These disruptions are not errors. They're indicators that you're no longer aligned with the same version of your life you once knew. Here's what neuroscience shows us. When you make a big internal decision, whether it's to leave behind an unhealthy relationship, to pursue a dream career, or to reinvent yourself, your brain literally begins to rewire. Neural pathways are like roads. Old roads weaken when you stop using them. New ones form as you practice different thoughts and emotions. At first, it feels uncomfortable, like driving in a city where the roads have suddenly changed, but soon the new pathways become stronger, faster, and more automatic. And here's the amazing part. When the brain rewires, reality seems to follow. The world you see, the people you attract, even the way opportunities unfold. They all appear different because your brain is no longer tuned to the old version of reality. Think of your subconscious mind as the world's most powerful filter. It processes 95% of everything you experience, while your conscious mind only handles the remaining 5%. That means reality is not just what's out there. Reality is what your subconscious allows you to notice. When your subconscious changes, the entire filter changes. That's why after a deep inner shift, you suddenly meet people who seem aligned with your new goals. That's why old toxic patterns suddenly feel intolerable. That's why new ideas and coincidences begin showing up everywhere. It isn't magic. It's your subconscious tuning to a new frequency of reality. What you call life is really just the reflection of the filter you're looking through, the déjà vu that leaves you unsettled, the sense that time feels faster or slower than before, the friend who suddenly responds differently. These are not accidents. They're confirmations. Most people wait for something huge, something dramatic, to believe life has changed. But transformation doesn't always shout. More often, it whispers. The ones who notice those whispers are the ones who adapt quickly and lock in the new version of life. Here's the mistake many people make. When things feel unfamiliar, they panic. They cling to old routines, old identities, old emotions, saying, "Something's wrong. I need things to go back." But here's the paradox. Reality has already shifted. Resisting it doesn't stop the change. It only makes you suffer. The coaching truth is this: acceptance stabilizes the new reality. When you breathe, calm yourself and say, "This feels different because I am different." Your nervous system begins to relax. And in that moment, the new timeline stops feeling strange and starts feeling natural. Here's a secret most people don't know. Every new reality requires a new version of you. If you keep walking, speaking, and thinking as the old you, you'll keep attracting fragments of the old timeline. But when you embody the future self, the confident version, the successful version, the healed version, you pull the new reality closer, faster. This isn't about faking it. Neuroscience shows that acting as if actually rewires the brain far more quickly than thought alone. The posture, the voice tone, the choices, they become instructions to your nervous system, saying, "This is who I am now. This is the reality I belong to." Think of someone who wanted to lose weight. At first, they were still living in their old body, surrounded by old habits. But deep inside, they shifted identity. They began seeing themselves as someone who valued health. At first, the world didn't look different. But then, new recipes appeared. They started noticing gyms they had never paid attention to before. Strangers complimented them in small ways. Within months, reality caught up. The old version fell away, and the new version stabilized. This is how all change works. The external shift always lags behind the inner shift. But once it arrives, it feels like reality itself has transformed. So here's the truth I want you to take from part 1. You may already be living in a shifted timeline. That strange feeling in your favorite cafe? It's not an error. It's evidence. That new reaction from people? Proof that your subconscious has rewired. That brighter glow in the streets you walk? Confirmation that the filter has changed. In part 2, I'm going to show you how to stabilize a timeline shift, how to accelerate manifestation, and how to fully embody the life you've already stepped into. Because the real magic is not waiting for miracles. The real magic is realizing you're already inside one. Most people expect miracles to be loud, dramatic, undeniable. But reality shifts don't always crash into your life. They arrive as whispers, a sudden intuition, a coincidence that feels too perfect, a stranger saying exactly what you needed to hear. The truth is, by the time you notice these whispers, you've already shifted. The question isn't, did I shift? It's, am I paying attention enough to stabilize it? Each morning, ask yourself, what feels new today? Write down anything, no matter how small. Did a person respond differently? Did your emotions feel lighter? Did time feel quicker? This simple act of recording teaches your brain to spot evidence of the shift. And what you focus on expands. The more proof you notice, the stronger the new timeline becomes. Language is not just communication, it's creation. When you say, "Someday I will," you push your new timeline away. But when you say, "I am becoming," or "I already live in a reality where," you anchor yourself to the present shift. Neuroscience proves this. Affirmations rewire neural networks. Words literally reshape the subconscious filter. Change your language, and you change the version of life you're tuned into. Your emotions are the GPS of your reality. Fear pulls you back to the old timeline. Gratitude stabilizes the new one. Here's the exercise. Every night, close your eyes and feel gratitude as if the new reality has already arrived. Feel the success, the health, the love, not as a dream, but as something real in this moment. This emotional calibration locks your nervous system onto the frequency of the new timeline. It's like tuning a radio until the signal is crystal clear. She began noticing it everywhere. Friends speaking in ways that aligned with her growth. Opportunities that seemed impossible before now appearing naturally. Even the city itself looked different, sharper, brighter. One day she realized she wasn't waiting for a shift. She was already living inside it. And the faster she accepted it, the faster it stabilized. Her life didn't magically change overnight. Instead, she woke up to the truth that the change had already happened. Silently, steadily, and profoundly. Ask yourself daily, how would my future self act right now? How would they walk into a meeting? How would they talk to others? How would they respond to setbacks? Then, live that way now. This is not pretend. This is neuroscience. The brain doesn't wait for external proof. It rewires based on repeated action. By embodying your future self today, you collapse the gap between who you were and who you're becoming. Brain scans reveal something astonishing. The brain cannot fully distinguish between vividly imagined experience and lived experience. That means when you visualize your new reality clearly, seeing it, feeling it, hearing it, your brain fires the same neurons as if you were living it already. This is not fake it till you make it. This is rewire it until you live it. Here's the secret most people misunderstand about manifestation. It's not about waiting for a miracle to arrive. It's about noticing the proof that it already has. Every synchronicity, every unexpected smile, every small coincidence is evidence. The more you notice, the faster your reality solidifies. Manifestation isn't the act of begging for a better future. It's the act of waking up to the better reality you've already stepped into. So here's the truth I want you to carry forward. You don't need to force reality. You don't need to wait for miracles. You've already shifted. You are already inside a new version of life. The only question is, will you notice it, accept it, and embody it? Remember the formula: awareness, language, emotion, embodiment. This is how you stabilize a timeline shift. This is how you accelerate manifestation. This is how you live fully in the new version of yourself. And when you do, life itself begins to feel like the miracle you were waiting for. If this video gave you value, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more life-changing insights. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next big shift in your journey. Remember, growth starts with one simple step, and that step is right here.